We're live, the new 30-day challenge with myself, Stephen Leggett, and Rik Stevens.
Good morning.
Morning, Rik, and thanks again for challenging me to do this, because it's something, after giving up type 2 diabetes, I'm very keen to make sure that I keep those health benefits and actually improve further afterwards. And this is going to be a key part for me. So with that very short introduction, over to you, sir. You're in the chair.
Excellent stuff. So firstly, we've got to find more out about you and where you're at. So how fit would you say you are at the moment?
Well, I'll tell you what I do to try and keep fit, and then you can make your own assessment. I do about 50 minutes of Tai Chi every day, basically a standing exercise. So I think they'd call it you might call it an isometric exercise. So I do that, and I try to walk, and I succeed in walking about 4 to 5 kilometers a day. So I'm not entirely static, but I will explain when I do walk, I tend to amble rather than march. So I don't walk fast. I do, for example, when I go out for a walk with my wife and my son, my wife is always 10 paces ahead of me. Now, that's either because she's just sick of me or because she walks a bit faster than me. But it would be nice to know that I could catch up without getting breathless.
So this 4 to 5K, is that like one distance? You walk 4 to 5, you do that all in one go? It's not over the day?
No, it's over the day. So, I walk my son to school he's on holiday right now, so he might photobomb us later on. So you'll have to bear with us, Rik. So I walk him to school in the morning. I do about a couple of kilometers around the park about lunchtime-ish, and then I pick him up in the evening. So that altogether is roughly about 4 to 5 kilometers.
Let's hone into the park bit, because I like that bit. How far is the park walk, and how long does that take?
Right. So the park is about, 6 minutes walk away. And then it's 0.7, because I've measured this. How sad is that? It's 0.7 kilometers around the park. And I walk around the park between 3 and 5 times. Yeah, normally 3 times, to be honest with you.
Is there a football pitch in the park, just out of interest?
There is a field. I wouldn't describe it as a football pitch, but there is a large field, and then there's various other bits that you'd associate with a park. But yeah, there was a field there.
So you said you wanted to do 5K, or couch to 5K type of thing.
Yeah.
Do you run at the moment? Do you ever run, or when was the last time you ran?
Right. So the last time I did the couch to 5K, and I managed to get up to 5K, but it was, and I enjoyed running, but it was a little bit embarrassing. I remember going on a couple of runs, and there was an oldish lady with a dog, and they'd actually pass me by and overtake me. So clearly I'm not running that fast, but I did enjoy it. And I was doing it up until probably about 18 months ago when I stopped doing that. I'd like to get back to that. But before I get to couch to 5K again, I feel I need to get more flexibility and more, suppleness. And I need to get my muscles ready.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah.
So, I mean, don't ever put yourself down. I mean, you're running 5K. If an old woman comes past in a shopping trolley as well, it doesn't matter. You are making that effort to do something, and that's better than not doing it. So don't ever put that down.
Okay, I'll remember that. Thank you. Yeah, I did look pretty good in my running tights and running at half a mile an hour or whatever I was doing. But anyway, I was enjoying it.
That's good. So, with that in mind, how is your eating? I know you're sort of mindful of what you're eating, and I always ask people, do you eat healthy? And they go, yes. And then we sort of strip down what they're actually eating, and it's like, well, maybe not. So how is your eating? What are you? Do you have regular meal times, and do you snack?
Right. So I do have regular meal times. I tend to intermittent fast. So I'll have my last bit of food maybe 8 or 9 in the evening. And then, sometimes I'll wake up hungry. I might come down and have a teaspoonful of peanut butter or something like that. But that's kind of, I'll just have a straight fat when I wake up, and I won't eat anything until 12 or 1 o'clock. Then I will have a couple of milky coffees. I don't have milk because I'm lactose intolerant, but I have almond milk. So I'll have a couple of 2 or 3 almond milk lattes before that kind of main meal. And then for lunch, I will have a salad. So it will be green leaves with some olives and perhaps some half an avocado and either some meat or some falafel on it as well. With about, I would guess about 100 grams, about 100 grams worth of hummus as well, which I'll mix in with that. Perhaps add a few, I'm going into too much detail here. Perhaps add a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of aminos as well, just as a dressing kind of thing. And then in the evening, it varies. Sometimes I won't eat anything at all. Sometimes I'll have a curry but no rice, or what else? Yeah, whatever I have, or a lentil burger, or something, but something without carbohydrates. Added carbohydrates to it anyway, because carbohydrates, because I'm type 2 diabetic, they're not the best for me, so I tend to avoid those.
Yep, not a problem. What time do you go to sleep?
Or embarrassingly early, probably about 9:30. Okay. And I tend to wake up. It was a bit later this morning, but I tend to wake up once or twice in the night, and I often do my Tai Chi Qigong exercise then when I wake, because I can't sleep for a bit, and then I'll go back to bed. But I generally rise about between 5:30 and 6 generally. I don't set an alarm or anything, though.
That's good. That's good. So you seem to be do you snack in the middle of these lovely meals?
No, I don't. If I do feel, I don't know, the need for something, then I'll tend to have some nuts. Oh, that's right, nuts. Nuts are my big thing, Rick. I do eat a lot of nuts. That's a mixture of, like salted peanuts with some unsalted, mixed nuts. So I might have a fairly generous bowl of those during the day. You probably tell me that's bad, but anyway, that's the only thing. That's the thing I really enjoy, so I stick with that.
Nuts are pretty good as long as you worry about the salt. But so would you say you had each day a variety of 7 different fruit or veg every day?
Well, I tend to.
That includes nuts and seeds and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Probably, maybe between 5 and 7. I don't tend to have that much fruit. Yeah. I don't have much fruit at all, just because of the fructose. I know, you got a breakdown of the skins and stuff on the berries, but I tend to avoid fruits, really. But yeah, vegetables. I think I'm much better than I used to be. I used to be a detester of vegetables, if I can put it like that. But they tend to be mainly salad vegetables. But yes, I think I eat a good variety of vegetables.
That's fine. I used to hate vegetables until I've gone on my stricter regime, and I'm trying anything. But if you can get as many different types and different colours as well, that's going to feed you in a better way. So it's red onions and just anything colourful, tomatoes, lettuce, greens, but a variety, and that includes your nuts and seeds as well. So you're I'm really big into the gut microbiome because that's like feeds the rest of your body.
Well,
So,
I am too, and I feel it's kind of been destroyed over the course of my diabetes because of the medications and things I've been on. And I'm not
yes,
sure I'll ever recover it, to be frank with you, Rick. But you know,
it does wipe it all out, but you can rebuild it, and it might not be as good as what it was, but get it better than what it is. Does that make sense? Yeah.
oh well, that fills me with hope, yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm a believer in having a healthy microbiome as well. So
because you've got as many different microbiomes in you as cells of your skin, so you are half microbiome, and it's all in your stomach. If people don't know, it's all your gut microbes, and that breaks down all the foods in your stomach. So the more variety of food you're putting in there, the more variety live on different things. So it's like your garden. You can have a nice, well, my garden's barren because the dogs sort of just ruin everything, and it's just grass. But if you want a nice variety, you've got to put different fertilizers in and different, seed different things, and that's all your gut microbiome. It lives on the different things. So the better variety of food you have, then the more culture and different environments you're creating for them to thrive. So
I do have a supplement that I take every day. It's not a tablet. It's a powder. It's basically a mixture of, I don't know, however many, 72, I think it says, vitamins and minerals and whatever. And I take that as a balance thing because, as you say, I may not be getting enough from my diet from my food. So I feel adding that gets me more in balance.
They can do. I mean, I'm not going to doubt what you've got, but some of them are not enough of everything or just too much of a broad spectrum. You've got 72 there. So is that putting enough of what you need in? So you need everybody needs more magnesium. Everybody needs more omega oils. Everybody needs more vitamin C. So, is there plenty of that going in? So, but we can sort of that sort of thing. I'll look at offline if you like. But what I would say, but it's really, you've got to feel this, is a few more carbs in there, because now you're getting more active, you're going to need to eat more, and that will save the snacking. And don't go overload on it, but maybe just introduce a few, and just maybe eat a bit more at dinner time or lunchtime. So your lunch is very salad heavy, but have more salad and more fibrous stuff in there. It's just because you're going to up we're going to really ramp up your calorie and outgoings now, because you're going to be really fighting, because your exercise is increasing. You're going to need more energy, and what we don't want you to do is slip into, oh, I'm hungry, and then start snacking between your meals, and that sort of ruins the fasting or whatever else you're trying to do. So it's just put a bit more energy in, but in a safe way, not to trigger any diabetes. But the more exercise you're doing, it's going to the muscles rather than being spared, and your insulin's got to sorting out the levels.
Well, I should say, at lunchtime when I do my salad, I do add some grains. So there's some, I get a whole food salad or something like that, and I add in, there might be some wheatgrass, or there might be some couscous or something like that. So I am taking something with my salad like that to bulk it up a little bit.
That's good. So it just stops the hunger, and then the hunger leads to snacking. So be wary if you're hungry between meals. Just think, right, either have more protein at the dinner time, but you might need a few more carbs as well. But protein is really good at getting you through. And the better, I mean, I don't promote carbs and breads and white rice and anything white. You want to avoid anyway, but you want to be eating more protein and more vegetables, and that gives you a longer lasting energy high. So when you start exercising, you can just keep going, basically. So you don't have a big dip. It's like, I've got to eat something. If you're eating a good balanced diet, then you don't have that dip. You just start thinking, oh, I'm gonna have to eat in a couple of hours. So it's not a crash.
I've got you. I think at this point it might be worth me mentioning to those who are watching this that this is obviously a plan for me, and you do this kind of process for your clients when they come to you for some health and nutrition advice. So you can do what I'm doing here, but this is an example. This is what we're doing here is good. I think good general advice, is it, for
this is I'm being quite general, although you've got type 2 diabetes. I'm being quite general to hit everybody, but I mean that is a good clean living, good healthy living, lots of proteins and the right supplements and vitamins and minerals, and then you're on a better stable diet. More sugars and ultra processed foods, you have these crashes where you then have more sugars and ultra processed foods, and it's a self-perpetuating cycle. But we can avoid that.
Good.
Excellent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a food diary just for a week, so you can write down everything you have and consume. We can stick that on one of the sites that we've got going, so other people can have a look at that. And then next week we'll also have an exercise diary, what you're actually doing and when. But for now, turn back my pace, what you do during the day.
Well, what I'll try and do is I'll try and do this for Thursday. Do you want to review it on Thursday, or do you want a whole week there?
No, we'll have a week, because we'll have other things to do Thursday.
Right, okay.
But basically, so how far away is the park from your house, roughly in distance? You said 6 minutes.
Yeah, it's roughly, I don't know, probably 0.2 clicks.
Right. Okay. So how about speeding up your walk? Right. So you're getting faster. So what I'd like you to do is time a nice, fast, brisk walk from your house 3 times around the park and back to your house. So, so that is a sort of a benchmark. So as fast as you can, without breaking too much of a, as fast as you can, and you'll be able to get home again. Try that. So
without falling over, because I've been told I've got dyspraxia as well, so I tend to be a little bit clumsy. So anyway, we'll see what I do. I'll time it, and I'll share that information with you and with everybody else as well.
So then that'll be a benchmark distance. So time it. So I'm not really worried about distance and stuff like that. Let's have a set route, and then we time that route. So that is this week. Stephen's done this time, and then in 3 weeks' time you'll be like trouncing that time, and we'll have to find a longer route for you to get. So if we're trying to aim for sort of a 20-minute workout, however long it takes you, it doesn't matter today, tomorrow, but then we can then sort of tailor what we need to do to get you to work in 20 minutes a day, just to keep things going.
Now, I've got one of those Fitbit things. Should I wear that and see what happens to your heart over that time?
Why not? You spent all that money. Let's have a look. Yes, let's see your heart rate. Does it do your sleeping as well?
It does. I've not worn the thing for the last 3 months, but I'll get it on. I'll charge it up and get it on. And
because you're going to get your distance, speed, and stuff like that. And if you've got a little hill, how fast you went up that hill, you can break it down. It'd be quite interesting. But
it's all flat. When I think about my walk to the park and down around the park, it's all fairly flat.
That's fine. And I'll grab my ordnance survey map, and then we can plan for in a bigger in a few weeks' time. When you're doing your 5 to 10K, then we've got to plan a nice route and get you around the cross country and up hills, mountains, and everything. So
10K. Oh my God.
Got to think ahead, man. So we can get the map out, and we can sort of plan a nice sort of, I say cross country, but a nice rural route. 'Cause it's nicer to do things in the trees in the park rather than pounding the roads.
Oh, I really feel rather than pounding the pavement.
But if we get our benchmark this week and times and distance and set, then we can start planning where you can go and how long you can spend there.
Brilliant. So for now, is there anything I should be doing for now between now and Thursday other than doing my food diary and doing that? Do your walk. Try and do one that's quick. What I'd suggest, are you going today or tomorrow? I don't know what. I'll be going today. I'll be going today.
Today, just speed it up a little bit. So you get to know the route, if you like, at a bit of speed. Tomorrow, go for your world record and do it as fast as you can. And then Thursday, again, don't go full out, but go quite fast around. So we're going to get a bit more speed today, just you getting sort of used to getting out there and doing it. Tomorrow, you're going to go for your world record. And then Thursday, let's just do a fast route. And Wednesday. And then Thursday, we'll have a chat again, and then we can stick exercises in to help you throughout that.
Brilliant. That's terrific. And, for anybody else, if anyone wants to get in contact with Rik, we'll put your details in the show notes as well, Rik. We're trying to, just a closing message for everybody. Remember, the reason I'm doing this is because I've reversed my type 2 diabetes. That's what I do. I offer a program primarily to business owners and entrepreneurs who really want to recover that energy and find their purpose again as they, start delivering the wealth for their family. And you can't do that without your health. So this is really where Rik and I started talking. It was, to me, it's about, I keep wanting to say recovering a sense of health, but I wasn't really that fit ever. And I want to be fitter now in my 50s than probably I was when I was a teenager. I mean, just to shock you a little bit, Rik, I was, at the age of 16, I was 16 stone. So I'm actually lighter now than I was in my teens. That's not typical, but that's just me. So I want to, as I've said to you before, I want to live to 118. Had my son very late, at the age of 48. And I figure I'd really like to see him survive and thrive. And I'd like to see his children survive and thrive too. So that's why 118 is kind of my conservative benchmark. So I can achieve that.
I like the way you're going for 118, but you sort of poo-poo 10K. If you want that, you've got to have that. They both go together.
The way I figure it, I've got more than 50 years to get there, Rik.
Well, yeah. You're right.
No, we'll get there much shorter than that, I promise you. So listen, thank you all for joining us. We're trying to keep these to about 15 minutes. If you found us on the YouTube channel, then great. That's probably the best place to be. I'm also going to be transmitting on my personal Facebook page. So if you want to join us there, then, and we're not friends, and make sure you follow us and you can follow this challenge. Thank you all very much. Rik, most of all, thank you very much to you. I already feel fitter just for doing this. So
have a good few days and speak to you Thursday.
Yeah, okay. Take care. Bye, everyone.
Cheers,
Bye.
thank you.
Bye.